I'm joined by SGI Media Relations Manager Tyler McMurtry. Tyler, thanks for joining me today.
Well, thanks for having me.
So recently, the Provincial Traffic Safety Fund announced over $1 million in funding to over 80 communities in Saskatchewan, one of those communities being Lloydminster. Can you tell us a little bit about this funding and where it goes and why it's here?
Absolutely. So this is a program that's been running for a number of years, and it's aimed at improving safety in Saskatchewan communities. And the way that happens is through the proceeds of photo speed enforcement. Those funds are directed towards traffic safety projects throughout Saskatchewan. And this latest round, we saw 85 projects and a total of $1.34 million. So this is a very substantial amount of money that's being directed to communities throughout Saskatchewan in order to improve safety on our roads.
So the funding only goes towards those priority areas. Can you tell me what those priority areas are?
Generally, when we're talking about impaired driving, speeding, occupant protection, distracted driving, intersection safety, these are the areas that are kind of the most concern when we're talking about collisions that injure or kill people on our roads. So I think there is probably a fair amount of room for improvement and a fair number of, there's probably a big appetite for projects within that realm, and it does cover quite a wide area.
Does this happen in all communities or only some?
No, it happens in urban municipalities, rural municipalities, and indigenous territories as well. So the idea is simply to direct some of the proceeds of photo speed enforcement towards traffic safety, and that's always been a principle of the photo speed enforcement program as it's used in Saskatchewan. It's not ever been intended as a way of raising revenue, but unfortunately, when people do speed past those photo speed enforcement cameras, there is a fine that is generated, and so some of that money will go back towards making our roads safer, and not just in the communities where photo speed enforcement takes place, but also throughout the province as well. And so that's really the fundamental principle, is that if photo speed enforcement does in fact produce revenue, it is going to be put towards traffic safety. And that's one of the reasons why I think people understand that not only does it prevent people from speeding in that instance or deter speeding, but it also has an ongoing effect when it comes to traffic safety. And so we've seen so many projects throughout the years of this program approved, and throughout the province, we're looking at hundreds of projects now and millions of dollars invested over the last few years. It's really been great to see.
Do you think the pattern of spending will continue?
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, the next round of applications opens up at the start of July, and it will run until the end of September. So any communities throughout the province that are seeing this and they think that maybe they have a traffic safety project that could use a little funding, I would definitely encourage them to apply. And there's information on the SGI website about how you do that and what the criteria is. There is criteria that they have to meet, and the applications as they come in are evaluated by a committee that is made up of a number of different representatives of a number of different bodies, I should say, including SGI and the Ministries of Justice, the Ministries of Highways, of course. There's also law enforcement representatives, municipal representatives, and the Prince Albert Grand Council is also on there as well. So the representatives on this committee review those applications and determine where the funding pool should go. So generally speaking, however, that if communities that are able to meet the criteria, there is an effort to ensure that they do get some or all of their projects funded. And it's something that we really enjoy seeing twice a year when we're able to provide these grants. Now, SGI is just an administrator of the program. The money is simply just going back to the people of Saskatchewan through these projects, but it is really something that is great to see.
That's all the time we've got. Thank you so much for joining me today, Tyler. I really appreciate it.